Whoa, double upload? Hey guys, the Firebird is here. It's just me. My brother couldn't be here today because, I don't know, something anime. I couldn't be bothered to look for my brother couldn't be here today joke. But anyways, if everything is going according to plan, you probably already seen my previous video where I listed the cast robots, or robot cast? I don't know, it's kinda weird how people like name these types of videos sometimes for the Transformers Beast Wars movie. So the reason why I made a video solely with background music and images on the screen listing the Maximals and Predacons I believe are gonna appear in the 2022 Transformers Beast Wars movie is because, well, it's a tribute to that old style of franchise which I cover in a couple of other videos where people will just title their videos Transformers Robot Cast or Cast Robots or something along those lines, and they will put the number of a year and they will put images on the screen and music on the background and be like, these are the characters we're gonna see, or this is the characters I wanna see. It's like a video subgenre which is surprisingly popular. I don't have a million views in my video, god damn. But yeah, I feel nostalgic, so I decided to make one video doing exactly just that. And I also decided to do this video to accompany that one with, where I go more in depth as to why I chose these characters and why do I think that these characters have the highest chance of appearing in the upcoming Beast Wars movie. Now, in case you guys don't know, Beast Wars is pretty much confirmed, along with the Megatron and Optimus Prime spin-off movie / Cybertron prequel animated film or whatever it's called, and the other movie being set in the Bumblebee universe. So that's 3 movies that are confirmed by this point, that are currently in the works, and I think that there's a strong argument to be made for Beast Wars being the next mainline Transformers movie. Not only are we seeing a lot of Beast Wars material being thrown in, we got Beast Wars toys, Cheetor makes an appearance in Cyberverse, and overall Beast Wars has been taking a lot of prevalence in the Transformers franchise lately, more than it has been for the past, 20 years? So I think Beast Wars is extremely likely to be made. It's either gonna be that one or it's gonna be the Cybertron animated prequel, because of the whole thing with that thing I'm not allowed to talk about. So yeah. If you haven't watched the video where I listed my choices, you can just go, for old time's sake, reminisce on the types of videos we used to watch and then come right back. Or don't, whatever, it's cool. First I'm gonna start off with the Maximals. Now my first choices are obvious, Optimus Primal and Cheetor. Now Optimus Primal, as the face of Optimus Prime, he's an OG character, a fan favorite character, so I definitely think we're gonna see him, because in every Transformers movie there has always been like an Optimus and Megatron, with the exception of the Bumblebee movie. The Optimus Prime and Megatron dynamic has been present in almost every film. Like, I feel like it has reached a point where we really can have a mainline Transformers movie without Optimus Prime and Megatron. We can have a spin-off without Megatron, I mean that's fine, but a mainline movie, yeah, I don't think so. There's also the fact that since there's gonna be a new universe, or a new continuity, we still don't know if the Beast Wars movie is gonna be set in continuity with the B universe, or if it's gonna be like way later in the future, or it's gonna be its own universe. We still don't know, but I'm gonna come over here assuming that it's gonna be set in another universe. Like, it is like a spin-off in like the distant future, or maybe another universe or whatever. Having a familiar face like Optimus Prime and Megatron makes the most amount of sense, so I'm gonna have to say that I think Optimus Primal is a guarantee. And Cheetor is basically Bumblebee. The two of them have so many similarities. They're both Jello, they're both the Kid Appeal character, they're always seen right next to the leader, aka the big guy, and both sort of have a father-son dynamic to some degree. So for all intents and purposes, Cheetor is the Bumblebee of this universe. And before you say it, I really don't think we're gonna see Cheetor lose his voice. Just saying. Now my next choices need some explaining, but I'm gonna group them together. Rhinox, Dinobot, and Rattrap. These characters have a lot in common with the OG Transformers movie. In the first Transformers movie, we have 5 Autobots. I think at the very least, at minimum, the number of Maximals we will get will be 5. Not only are Rhinox, Dinobot, and Rattrap part of the first 5 Maximals we meet and we follow throughout the first season, but at the same time, they fill the role dynamics of the original Autobots pretty well. Rattrap is like this, small guy with smooth moves, but is a crucial member of the group, much like Jazz was. Dinobot is this tough as nail war veteran who, values a good fight, and sometimes he kinda clashes with Optimus. I didn't really do a lot of that, but there are some similarities there. And Rhinox is like this, technician, battle medic to some degree, who's calm and doesn't like to do a lot of fighting, but when we actually do see him in a fight, he's actually quite formidable, much like Ratchet is. So right off the bat, we have our first 5 Maximals. This is like the perfect combination, and since Hasbro's focusing more on the G1 aspect and the classic aspect of Transformers, I definitely do think that if they do a Beast Wars movie, they're gonna go with the first 5 Maximals we met. I think these guys are a guarantee. Also, I'm really excited to see Dinobot on the big screen. He's easily one of the best Transformers, period. His story arc is probably the best one in the whole Beast Wars show, and I'll be really happy to see him. I know I said we're probably only gonna see 5 Maximals, but just in case, I'm gonna include one more. And my opinion is that we're probably gonna see Air Racer, just because lately we've been seeing a lot of female Transformers. Bumblebee movie, we had RC and Shadow, the last time we had Montessa. Female Transformers have been getting more representation lately, and I'm not one of those guys who says, hey, we should have females in there because, diversity or whatever. I think seeing Air Racer in a Beast Wars movie would be really cool. Also, the Maximals are kind of missing a flyer, so I think Air Racer could add a pretty cool, team dynamic to fights. Because very rarely have we seen in the movies flying Autobots. We've seen them, but they either don't play a big role or they're kind of shafted into the background. For a Beast Wars movie, I think seeing Air Racer could be pretty cool. But now for the Predacons. Now, I already mentioned this, but if we're gonna have an Optimus Primal, we're definitely gonna have a Megatron, and he better have his signature, yes, like he does in the Beast Wars show. Otherwise, I'm gonna be very disappointed. Now, for the rest of the Predacons, it's a bit hard to decide which one's gonna appear and which one's not gonna appear, because not all of them get the spotlight in the Beast Wars show itself. And honestly, some are more memorable than others. But in order to make the Predacons look more dangerous, I think it makes sense for the Predacons to outnumber the Maximals. So in total, I want to add 7 Predacons. It's probably not gonna be 7 in the actual film, just because I feel like the CGI for that will be, too expensive. And at the same time, if that does end up being the case, I don't think each one of them is gonna get the limelight and some are gonna get shafted. But yeah, I'm just gonna add 7. So our first choice is Megatron, which is really obvious. Our second choice is WASPINATOR. I definitely do think WASPINATOR is gonna make it into the film, just because he's such a meme in the franchise. WASPINATOR is honestly really funny, and I think he could be pretty good comedic relief, especially since, the Transformers movies are sort of aimed towards children who want to see robots beat the crap out of each other. I think if done right, WASPINATOR can be, the comedic relief of the movie in a really good way. Either that, or he can turn out like Jar Jar Binks or Rose Tico. Next up is Pterosaur, and the reason why I included him here is because to me he was always like the Starscream of the group, trying to overthrow Megatron, and he actually does in one episode. So I think Pterosaur makes sense, and since we're probably gonna be in prehistoric Earth for this movie, I think, robotic dinosaurs is something that kids will like to see. I also choose Scorpion because, he's also part of the OG cast. He never really did much in the film aside from being Megatron's lackey and #1 fanboy. But we need a punching bag, so Scorpion's there. Now, I'm gonna make a controversial choice, and I'm gonna put Blackarachnia in there. I like the tarantulas, don't get me wrong, but having 2 spiders in there is, I don't think it's a good idea. I think they should keep the Predacons unique, each one with their own, distinct beast mode. And I think Blackarachnia can very easily take Tarantulas' role of, being this force that just, moves things into shadows and kind of manipulates people around. I think Blackarachnia can, play that role pretty well, and she has been getting some attention lately. In the IDW comics, or in other parts of the franchise, Blackarachnia, or Arachnia, however you want to call her, has been getting some limelight, so I think bringing her back for this movie will be a good choice. Next up, we got Inferno, for the royalty! But in all seriousness, Inferno was kind of just there as a warrior, never really contributed much to the actual show in terms of story. He's pretty cool, don't get me wrong. I like how he keeps calling Megatron royalty because there's something wrong with his brain and all, but if we do see Inferno, he's just gonna be cannon fodder. I can sadly guarantee you that, as cool as Inferno was on the show. And now for the final choice, some random Predacon that they just made up. The Bay movies have done this by adding characters that, were never previously in any, sort of Transformers incarnation, and the Bowie movie did that as well with the character Shatter. So in my opinion, it's very likely that we might get another Predacon as cannon fodder because, in the Transformers movies, there's always that one character who's kind of just there as cannon fodder. He's a named character, he looks pretty cool, and he just gets killed. This has happened in every single movie, even Bumblebee. So that's why for the last video, for the final choice, I kinda just put some random Predacon in there. Any Predacon that appears in the comics from the OG Beast Wars continuity can appear in here, or any new creation, like Michael Bay did with the Dreads. Anything's possible for this one. But yeah guys, these are the characters which I think are the most likely to appear in the Beast Wars film. Now let's wait 2 more years to see how wrong I am. But anyways guys, before we go, shout out to our patrons Mobilize Prime, Mateo, Mario Gordon, Christopher Prime, and the absolute madman himself, Jordan the Great, who donated $100. Thank you guys for donating, it's much appreciated, and if you guys want to donate to my Patreon, links in the description down below and in the comments down below. By donating to my Patreon, you get access to some of my videos early, you can request your own videos, you receive a shout out at the end of my videos, you can participate in some of my videos if you so choose, and you get a few previews of some of my new works that are currently in development. There are plenty of rewards that you get as a result of becoming one of my patrons, and I do plan to adding a few more in the future as time goes on and the patrons grow, but keep in mind that donating is entirely optional, because freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Thank you to my patrons for donating, it's much appreciated. And if you guys want to donate, you know what to do. So yeah, thanks a lot guys. So yeah guys, that's it for this video, this double upload. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I had quite a bit of fun doing this because it's fun doing a classic style video with just the images and the soundtrack. And it's fun explaining my choices and speculating which characters I think are gonna appear in the Beast Wars film. Now, we have 6 Maximals and 7 Predacons. I think that the number might be reduced to 5 Maximals and 6 Predacons, but who knows. We could end up seeing more, we could end up seeing less, but I definitely do think that the characters I mentioned here have the likeliest possibility of appearing in the film. I could be wrong about some of them, and you guys might want to see some characters as opposed to some of the ones I chose, like maybe you like to see Tarantulas instead of Blackarachnia. But if we're gonna have a female Maximal, I think it makes sense we have a female Predacon counterpart. So yeah, those are my choices. Let me know your choices in the comments down below, which characters you would like to see, which characters you wouldn't like to see, and which movie do you think is gonna come out first? The Optimus Prime and Megatron movie, the Beast Wars movie, or the Bumblebee Universe movie? There's plenty of choices and we still have plenty of time to speculate, but for now, this is the best we got. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe guys. Also, my birthday's coming up, so donate to my Patreon. Thank you.